What's up, everybody? Me, Nick, and the very cool gang are here at A.W. Meyer.
What's up, everyone?
For 2019's 36th annual Oktoberfest. We're going to take a look at some awesome offerings from some of the largest tool manufacturers in the entire nation. What do you think about that, guys?
Ready? Good to me.
Let's do it.
Well, we're here with Imperial Blades, the only oscillating blade made in the USA, the only universal oscillating blade that fits every tool on the market. We also have titanium coating on our blades. No other company offers that as well. So now we're going to demo, and usually when an oscillating blade hits a nail, you're done. But here with Imperial Blades, they go through wood, they go through nails. We're going to give you an example of how easy our blades go through nails. Now we've cut about 20 blades, 20 nails with this one blade today, still sharp. Imperial Blades, best blade on the market.
So where are Imperial Blades sold?
Lumber yards, they're sold here at Colony Hardware, also A.W. Meyer. Come down and get us.
And they're sold. These are Carbide blades, right?
No,
titanium.
These are titanium coated blades, but we also do have Carbide blades as well.
And what's the average cost of a blade like this?
Well, depending on the pack size, a one pack blade of this is our #1 selling blade. This will cost you around 15 to 16 bucks a blade.
That's pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for the demonstration.
Thank you.
Thanks, fellas.
We sold out of them. The 340.
They're already
That's
gone?
The one he demoed.
Yeah. I got you.
But we sold out of them today. I mean, Imperial's got thousands.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. At this show, it's all gone.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of people ask about Imperial all the time, and this is the first time we actually saw an Imperial demo. So
Yeah.
we're here at the Fein booth with Jim. You've been asking for more Fein on the channel, and now we have this fine gentleman who's going to do some demonstrations for us.
This right here is our brand new Carbide blade for cutting metals.
Wow.
These are hardened drywall screws. Very hard to cut. Cut very well with this blade here. And it's
Unbelievable.
still sharp.
I can't. Can you mind if I take a look at that?
Hot.
So, hardened screw, right? Drywall screws, very hard. It's not like cutting a nail. Nails are soft. They have a higher. Of course, the pull-out strength of a screw is much greater, but the shear strength of a nail, because it's softer, is stronger. Look at the teeth on this blade. Any other blade, teeth would be knocked off. Beautiful.
This will do it. But you can see somebody tried to do it already with it. See how it?
Gotcha. Now this is non-carbide. This is a bimetal blade?
It's a bimetal blade, yes.
Wow.
It'll cut nails, but it won't cut the screws. This here cuts this, so you can do angle iron and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. That's a new blade, just came out in the last...
You do the demonstrations all day long. A lot of people tell us they're like defined multi-tools are so vibration free. How do you feel after operating all day, doing demonstrations all day?
There's no vibration at all. I mean, put it in the room, it's not the nail.
Oh my God. Listen, it's the truth. Like, he's not joking. Jim's not joking here.
I don't know how you can show that on that.
Like, usually the tool would be dancing around.
Yeah.
Hardly move it. Look at that. That's unreal.
And of course, it's the new, you got the new quick-on blades.
Yo, you can't get any faster than that.
And then you just...
So did you see that?
Do that again. You take your blade off like that, put the handle all the way back, Just punch it on.
And it's positionable in any direction, right?
It'll go all over.
Yo, wow. What's the retail on this one?
Right now at the show here, it's just the tool alone is $179.
That ain't bad. Now they have, yes, they do, a cordless model. I was going to say. All right, so it pops on in any direction, orientation you'd like. Boom, pops right off. Crazy.
This is another new blade we brought out if you want to keep.
So it's a roofing blade.
Okay.
Is that what it looks like?
It's for cutting. We show for cutting roofing. It can.
Yes.
It's cut for cutting rope, carpet.
I got you.
But it does cut roof pretty fast too.
So you'd use it like a traditional hook blade.
It's a utility knife sort of.
Gotcha. So let me take a look at these if you don't mind. So all these edges. The hook here is sharp as well as
Metal cuts on the top also.
so you could cut rope in here. You can cut rope in here depending on the diameter of the rope.
Yes.
Awesome. This is 12 volts. It's pretty compact. You have an 18?
There's an 18 also.
Really? Awesome. So Jim, that was awesome. We appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Very much. Have a good day.
You too. We're with Raymond. He's going to let us play with his Festool because Raymond says he doesn't want to show us.
I want you to play with it.
He wants us to play with it.
I play with these things all the time for free.
I got to tell you,
You guys to get on them.
we also have some other special guests. Dive Master Matt is with us.
What's up?
Yo, you are really interested in this, correct?
Oh, yeah.
How many, you have 2, 3 of these? What do we have here?
No, I don't have this one.
You want to go through this with us?
Sure.
Let us know what you think of it? Yeah,
Absolutely.
put your bag
Let
down.
me put this stuff down.
It's gonna put, all kinds of free goodies we're getting here today,
All
right?
kinds.
You should have came, you. What are you thinking?
That's pretty light.
Two different styles. All
What's
of
the,
this is handle styles.
10.8 volt on this one. Oh, they changed the battery design too. It doesn't have the long.
Right, these are newer version it hooks in. The drills are pretty much the same. The difference is going to be the ergonomics.
Right.
So it's just based on
Oh,
what
yeah,
you feel
that's nice.
comfortable using.
Come on, Raymond, get in here. Nobody's gonna explain this better than you, Raymond. Everybody loves
It
Raymond.
even comes with a chuck. Comes
That's
with
actually
a
not
bit.
a chuck. This is a chuck.
Right, correct. Yeah, it comes with the bits.
That's a bit, yeah.
Comes with a bit.
It comes at the right angle.
Right angle, 1/4 inch chuck.
So these are 10.8 volts,
Half-inch Jacob's chuck.
Yep.
28 watt hours. It's definitely different in the way they clip in.
Yeah.
And then all of these chucks are interchangeable, so we clip
Correct.
up.
They're quick change.
And then so the only difference between this kit here and this kit here is literally the ergonomics. They've removed on this driver the front handle. Now let me ask you a question, Raymond. What's the advantage in having? I want to know, like literally, what's the advantage of having this portion of the handle out front?
It's a hand guard is what it is. It's just for comfort. You know, it covers the front of your hand. So it's just for comfort. Some people prefer the T style.
Right.
Some people prefer the D style.
So it's not much for balance then? Or
They're both pretty balanced. If you could
Here,
put either
what do
one
you
top
think
they're
here?
both balanced. A lot of it is just
I'm
comfort.
gonna
I
tell.
agree. I think it's.
You know?
I think that's
this one
pretty
you can
balanced.
put
even
two
without
hands
that.
on it a lot easier
Yeah.
than you can with this one because it's missing that guard.
Where's my 1/4 inch hex? I'm gonna tell you right now. I still. Let me feel that.
Most customers like this one, believe it or not, for whatever reason it is. They like the style of that. If you need to put two hands on that, you could rip it like that.
I feel like this is a little more balanced. I'm not saying you're wrong.
no.
I feel like it might be. I will say though, it does feel a few ounces heavier. Is it?
It's just preference. They're very little, minimal difference. It's just preference.
This one's got that magnetic front guard too. for
I
your
like
fist.
this. Listen, this is the deal. I did not test the Festool yet. I haven't tested it. I will say this. We tested a comparable unit, or you know what we're saying. It did have the magnetic front here, handguard. I put a bit on there, went to work, and I didn't need to use the bit all day, and then I thought I lost my bit. Secure all day long. This is a good.
Right there.
This is a good spot.
It's a good, yeah.
I like it.
That's a good solution.
I just wasn't used to having it in that spot.
Right.
So it kind of got away from me.
Forgot about it.
We have clutch settings, right, for dry. And this is it's a obviously, yeah, it's a single. Yes. So it's a single ring here for all of your clutch settings, and then all the way to straight drill, straight through, right? We have 2-speed gearbox. I will say this. Soft start. My question is this a brush tool?
That's a brushless, both of them.
This is brushless.
Okay.
I thought I smelled brushes, but I do not. These drivers, they both have multiple attachments, right?
So they all come with the 3 attachments. They come with a
what is
Jacob's
this?
chuck.
That Jacob's chuck
That's going to be for your smooth shank bits.
Is this 3/8 or half?
This is 3/8.
So it's a 3/8 chuck.
3/8.
Then we have the right angle attachment.
Right angle attachment, which is huge, especially if you're doing cabinet drawers. It's always hard to get in a cabinet drawer with a full-size drill.
Now this right angle, right? It doesn't have its own chuck.
Any positioning that you want. It's got multiple positioning on the
Gotcha.
collar.
So we're gonna put that on. So what you would do is you'd put either your 1/4-inch collet on here,
Right on there.
right? Or you'd put your Jacob's chuck on there.
Correct.
Okay, and then we would attach that to the tool itself. Pretty cool. Look at that. Hey, yo, that's smooth.
It can be, for an installer, that's huge. A guy that's got to go and get a right angle attachment, he's got to hold usually his Jacob's chuck to close in that attachment. With this, you just quick change, pull it off, pull it on.
There we go. I will say this. You know what I really like about this? And that? That right there. I mean, there's just something about continuing your work.
Natural.
It just is. It's what I'm used to.
It's much more natural.
I gotta tell you, I'm liking these. What's the cost on these units?
$300.
Oh, that's not bad. Comes with 2 batteries.
2 batteries, comes with a quick 15-minute quick charge. Comes with a 3-year warranty that includes wear and tear. Like I said, they're made in Germany, so they're very high-end, precision tools. You know, these are tools that are designed to be used a lifetime.
I heard them Germans know how to build things.
Germans and the Japanese.
And you said 15-minute quick charge?
This is true.
Wow.
That's crazy.
15 minutes.
I gotta tell you, that's rapid. Well, in some instances, 15 minutes is long.
Comes with the plunge base, which has dust extraction. It also comes with a collar for the dust extraction. If I made 2 cuts with this without the vac, that blade would be hot. You wouldn't be able to touch it. I could hook up my vac and make 30 cuts, so you could touch that blade all day. So not only does it help the smoothness of the cuts, it helps keeps the blade nice and cool. The plunge cut's got a magnetic tip on it, so it stabilizes the blade when you're using it. But give this thing a run so you can see the set of balls that it has on it. You can cut right into the yoke.
So should we put the vac on or no? What do you want to do?
It's up to you. I'll vacuum it up after if you want.
We clamp down?
Yeah, it's good. So this is a Sustainer MFT. So this is a storage box that doubles as a worktop.
Nice.
You can take the quick clamps and you can clamp any base material to it so you can sand or cut on it.
You ready? Watch this. Yo, that thing's unreal. You said this is oak.
That's oak, yeah.
Did you say that before or no? This is a red oak.
Yeah, it is oak. Yeah, I put the dust extractor on so you can see the difference.
That thing's brand new, huh?
Yeah, this just came out.
Yo, that thing's unreal.
Going through oak?
Yo, I've used a lot of multi-tools.
Well, that's why you got to use it, yeah, because this will put the Fein to Shane in a sense. So this got our Bluetooth switch on it. This will turn the vac on and off. This little switch. This little button. Here's my vac turned on.
Yeah.
The button, it'll turn it on again. Now these are Bluetooth batteries, so you sync this battery to the vacuum.
It'll
When
turn
you
on
automatically
automatically.
Turn the tool on, it'll turn on automatically. You make some cuts with that thing. much better.
It's a lot of suction.
I was gonna say it'd be good if you guys show the video, one without the hose, one with it.
That's it.
One more.
Not gonna help that way. You ready? Got it?
Here's the blade for you.
Change the blade. That blade's unreal.
So these blades, the way the 5-star max locks, you just take it and you just push it on. It locks in, and you're good to go.
That's fast. You ready?
If you're using that without the vacuum, that blade is not.
Very smooth.
So that helps any type of hardwood.
I tell you, I like the other blade better. Little more finesse. This is unbelievable. I will say, it really does. That's the thing. And see the video? People won't realize. This is why I have to mention. This is oak, not pine.
That's why we put it. Yeah, we
Unbelievable.
We put it that way just so people can see it.
But do your blades fit DeWALT tool?
DeWALT's for building birdhouses. we're doing fine woodworking here. Yeah, we're doing fine woodworking.
I know that. You're nice guys.
No, it's it'll. So this is a 5-star lock back, so it'll take most blades.
Made by Black and Decker.
The new one, yeah. This is a depth stop, which you're not gonna need, but we'll make
So you
some
can
cuts
plunge.
with that. Yeah.
Can't leave it. I couldn't leave it. I had to cut it straight off. It's unreal. I'm always so amazed every time I demo these tools.
Nice. I'm glad. Because you're testing out all types of tools, so
And guess what?
your feedback's good feedback.
The vibration is
No, it's very minimal. Yeah, it's
very minimal.
on this. Now the plunge base shit, if you were going into drywall,
Uh-huh.
you were up against the wall, imagine all that dust. Guys, electricians putting in accesses or putting in plugs or whatnot, it'd be a mess. Now the long blade is for the base, so you put a shorter
What's the
blade.
price point on that?
So this is $7.99, 2 batteries and a charger, $5.99 for the bare tool.
So, okay, but it does come with the plunge base.
Correct. It comes with the dust extraction for the collar,
Right.
Also with the plunge base with the depth stop, 2 batteries and a charger.
How many blades? Any?
It might come with 1 blade. 1
blade.
Yeah. We make scrapers, a multitude of blades. One of the cool things about Starlock Max is that most companies make a Starlock Max blade. So Fein, Bosch, if a guy has a box full of blades that he's been using for a couple of years,
Right.
he can put it right on the Festool.
Is there any advantage to using the Festool blade?
Yeah, the Festool blades, I mean, they're going to last longer. Anything Festool's usually is going to last longer because it's made more durable. You know, the materials that they use are higher grade materials than just a cheap blade that comes from Asia. This one.
Perfect.
You can always dial it down and use it on low. If you
I was wondering, yeah.
Well, the variable speed helps just in case, you want to be delicate. And if you really got to crank it up to get aggressive.
Even on speed 1.
But even on low speed.
Unbelievable. I gotta tell you, I'm thoroughly impressed, and if you're thoroughly impressed, then smash the like button. Raymond, I appreciate. What are we doing? We're doing more.
I got you here. So that's our new grinder as well. Now that's got a flap disc on it. So imagine a guy that does woodworking, carving, you know, the grinder's kind of it's a versatile tool.
Yes.
You know, woodworkers will find all types of MacGyver uses for a grinder.
Definitely.
You know, so they'll put wire cut brushes on there, steel wheels, diamond wheels, you know, regular abrasives, diamond grit abrasives, flap discs like we have.
What are we demoing? Anything?
Probably just sand the...
Sam, my bad cuts over here?
Yeah, if you want to, yes, you can cut that flush. Variable speed, got a variable speed dial on. So like I said, sometimes guys are just cutting nails that have missed the studs. They're too tight and they gotta use the grinder to cut it.
Yeah.
So remodeler, they'll find a multiple.
Absolutely. I gotta tell you. I mean, it's just quick work, I'll tell you that much. And what do we have here for the tradespeople?
So since the grinder came out, I don't even know how many years ago, I think it was like the 50s, once it came out, nothing's really been invented or, you know, innovated upon since it came out. It's always been the same washers, wrenches that you put all the blades on and off and whatnot. And at this point, it's all technology. Everyone's used to it. It's the same old, same old.
Can I tell you what my problem is?
Sure.
And I kind of know where we're going with this, but here's the deal. We have lots and lots of grinders. In some cases, right, I have guards, spanner wrenches, and nuts in a box with no grinder because it walked off the job, right? Yep. And some boxes I have a grinder that doesn't have a spanner wrench or a guard or a nut. It seems like, you know, I put it all together, I end up like half of my tools, but I'm excited about this, if you couldn't tell.
So the biggest part about this, aside from the guards, is with the advances in what we've come up with X-Lock. Basically, you don't need the wrenches, you don't need the washers anymore. There's way less downtime. There's no guys on a job site going, oh, I forgot my wrench, and then go taking a cigarette break, coming back a half hour later. It's more productivity for what's out there.
So for you guys that like take cigarette breaks, don't tell your boss about these tools. Don't show him this video.
So the best part about this is that it's tool-free. It's quick. Your typical wheel change for a guy, by the time they find the wrench, actually get it changed, tightened up, take, you know, about 2 minutes, maybe 3. If the guy's really slow, 5. This is a 15-second change at the most. It's a quick connect, and you can see there's actually little teeth on it. And we tried to make it as idiot-proof as possible, so you can only put wheels on one direction. Perfect. I'll use a flat disc, because these are the easiest ones to mess up. So if guys try to put it on backwards, it's not going to go.
Okay.
It's literally, you line it up, and you're on.
I immediately appreciate that.
And then to get it off, obviously when you're using it, everything's going to heat up. Metal expands. It makes it a hell of a lot harder to take off.
Okay.
So if you can open a beer can like me, you can take this off. It's literally just lift up the top, and it falls off.
Do you mind?
No, go right ahead.
Thank you. So let's pop it on. I got to tell you that I didn't know how much force it would take, effortless. And then the release, right? We have to, here?
Yep, right there.
All right, let's see how, effortless.
So you may recognize the mechanism on this. So us and Fein have Starlock on our oscillating tools.
I will say this, the attachment here for the grind, listen, I know you guys partnered up. The attachment for this grinding wheel or cutoff wheel and the release is the effort's a lot less
Than
the Starlock.
Yes.
It is. So I got to tell you, I'm pretty impressed.
It's very nice, but so that's the grinder.
Yes.
Grinder's basic. What I want to tell you about the wheels on top of everything. So our metal cutting, our metal grinding, and our diamond wheels are completely reverse compatible for a regular grinder.
That's awesome. So, for all the lay people, you can invest in grinding wheels and not have to worry about them being to fit on your older grinders.
So let's say you want to switch over to X-Lock. So with X-Lock grinders, you have to use X-Lock wheels. This will not take a regular.
Of course.
So, but our regular wheels will fit on your standard 7/8 arbor,
Beautiful.
and then you just lock it down like you would a normal one. So you make the investment on X-Lock grinders and wheels, and you can still use your old grinders.
Awesome.
One of the biggest parts about X-Lock is the safety factor. When you're tightening down with your spanner wrench, or if they lose a spanner wrench and they're using a pair of channel locks or
Sure.
a screwdriver, what'll happen is they'll either over-tighten
Over.
and crack the wheel, or they'll actually tighten by using the wheel and crack the wheel. And when that happens, as soon as you touch metal, it shatters and becomes a huge safety hazard.
Yep.
So that's one of the biggest reasons for this is the safety.
I got to tell you, I'm loving, because listen, insurance isn't cheap.
No, it's
You know, workers' compensation sure isn't cheap. I love first of all, this is faster, but it's safer.
much.
And if you like something that's faster, but safer at the same time, then smash the like button. Also, if you're not already, get subscribed and tap the bell, because we do awesome videos where we meet up with guys like Ray and get great information. Listen, I appreciate the time you've taken. I hope you're excited. I sure am. Everybody, we'll see you on the next one.
Thanks, guys. But on top of that, so all of our new grinders,
Yes.
they have torque control.
So it won't.
So if it binds, shuts off. So it's going to save your wrist.
Yo.
I'm still holding it down.
Get all them flashing lights. I love it. That's awesome.
So it'll save you. It also has an accelerometer on it. So as you're using it, if you drop it, it notices that it's moving faster
And
it'll shut off.
So, I mean, that's twofold, right? If it binds, number one, you know, it could torque your wrist or something, but it's the wheel's not going to shatter again as well, right?
Exactly.
Or okay.
Exactly. If it binds, it'll stop it. It'll stop everything from moving. It also has a brake on it, so as soon as you let go, it stops in less than 2 seconds.
That's awesome.
So it's all about safety.
I do have a question. I mean, this is brand new.
Yes.
This is standard,
X-Lock just hit the market September 1st.
but this grinder, even though it's not X-Locks,
No,
this
this one will be X-Lock too.
oh, this will be X-Lock.
Yeah, cordless. We will have the cordless X-Lock.
So you're going to have the cordless X-Lock. I guess my question is though, what would be, why would you want to not have X-Lock? I'm saying, I mean, it would only make sense to get X-Lock.
Yes. At this point, because it's so new in the U.S. market,
Sure.
people are having trouble accepting it because it is a big commitment, switching all your wheels and grinders over. People are afraid that if they buy our X-Lock grinder, they're going to be locked into our accessories.
Sure.
Which they're not.
Okay.
We have other major accessory manufacturers
That are going to go with this.
launching. They already have full stock and they're getting ready to launch.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, Diablo, who we own, Saint, United Abrasives, they're all going X-Lock. The only reason right now that you probably need a regular grinder is if you had a lot of regular cup wheels. Because the wire wheels and the cup wheels are not reverse compatible yet.
Right.
Those are typically screw-on,
Sure.
not with the washers.
Gotcha.
So we got a little showcase for our copper tubing cutter. Works off of our M12 battery platform. Really nice and efficient. So we really just wanted to kind of take something as basic as a hand tool that's used for copper tubing cutter, and then we wanted to convert it into a power tool. So here we're going to do a little demonstration for you. So if you got it locked up, you're just going to slip the switch. It's going to open it up completely. You're going to settle it right over the copper tubing cutter, switch it back, and begin the cut. And just that quick. Yeah, absolutely. So once again, if you want to reset it, you're going to turn the die over this way. It's going to open up the unit. We're going to go a little bit bigger this time. Back over that way. Leaves a very clean cut. Nice all the way through. That's nice and easy on the job. Doesn't really leave you with a lot of work to do on your wrist. It really saves the workers over the length of time.
I'll say it's faster too. I mean, it's faster, it's cleaner. Nice.
Can't beat that. Also, we got or PVC cutter for you. It's the same kind of concept with the trigger. There's reverse, forward. Now we're going to go ahead. Nice and easy flush cut. And as you see, it doesn't damage the PVC at all. Open again, and we'll go back in for another cut. That's nice. That easy to open it back up, release, and you're good to go.
So let me ask you a question. Let's just say you were getting ready to cut, but you decide, oh, I'm not going to make that cut, and then you have to move on to a larger tubing. Do you have to finish through? Like, do you have to, or can you reset the cutter?
Yeah, you can reset the cutter just like I did there. So
let's just say we got to there, and you're like, boom,
click the back of that trigger, and it's going to open it back up entirely.
Cool, that's awesome.
And once again, just like that copper tubing cutter, you want to take the M12 battery platform. You got your 2 amp M12 battery. Throw it right in. You're good to go. And once again, the nice thing about that is with the M12 battery platform, you have over 115 tools all under that same battery platform, and it's all interchangeable with it. Keeps everything nice and simple.
Awesome. I have a question for you while I'm here.
Absolutely.
What are your thoughts about when you're buying the M12 kits? What do you think about maybe getting a multi-volt charger with those M12 kits instead of just an M12 charger? What do you think about that?
So generally when you buy the M18 toolkits, you're going to get that rapid charger in it, and it has the port for the M18, but it also has the port for the M12. Right. With the M12 generally doesn't have that same reciprocation back. It's just the way they kit the product. Generally, if somebody is buying into the M18 system or the M12, they generally will have both. So as long as they get that M18 kit with that battery, or you could just go purchase that M18 rapid charger, and you'll have the capability to use that M12 charger as well.
Don't you think we could step people up though? When I say we, I mean Hafiz, not me. If they had if they had that multi-volt charger in an M12 kit, and people weren't in the M18 platform, don't you think maybe people would say, you know what, I see a bare tool deal with a free battery or something. That would be easier to step them into the M18. Do you think?
Generally, but at the same time, you need to qualify the user on their needs at the end of the day.
This is true.
It really all depends. If they do have use for M18, it's great to qualify them up to that and lead them up to that. But sometimes you have people who really do have those basic necessities that they need in their house, and the M12 is a great, solution for them as well. So it really is all about qualifying the customer.
That's why we talk to the experts at Milwaukee, like Hafiz,
taken care of.
because he's got the answers. And if you like that, then smash the like button, get subscribed, and tap the bell. Because when we do live demonstrations like this, you're not going to want to miss it. Get notified.
With the best.
We appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much.
No problem.
See you on the next one, everybody.
Once you knock out a hole, right, the guys will have to unthread all the way through.
Yeah.
So what we ended up doing is usually when you do your holes, you already have your crosshairs in. We ended up not even leave the lug in there, quarter turn, and you're out. So you can now pop, go, and you don't have to thread the entire length, you know what I mean?
Because the previous 12 seconds was too long.
Because labor hours are expensive.
So how long will it take this Force Logic
To cycle through?
to cycle through and cut us our hole?
Well, the best way is to test it, right?
That would be the best way. That's why we're here. Whoops, sorry.
Set up on your crosshairs. Bring the 10-ton. The difference here from us and everyone else is that we do a two-piece setup, right? You only have two hands, so actually holding a pump under your hand and setting up on a crosshair,
Right.
which knocking out holes is the most accurate thing you can do as an electrician. Because usually these boxes range from $200 to thousands of dollars, especially if they're stainless. So count it down. It's gonna cycle through.
Boom.
Right? So the big thing there is just being able to actually get your hole done. And usually the guys that are doing one hole have to do more than, they always have to do more than one. So instead of just coming it out, right, you would just leave it in there, quarter turn. And then just get on to your next hole. So that's the big thing. And then, whatever pumps are out there, they're being serviced 2 to 3 times a year.
Right.
We give you 5 years off the back, no questions asked.
5 years, no service.
5 years, any service you're gonna do on them.
So your tool's going to be in service longer, and while it's in service, you're going to be working faster. And if you like that, then smash the like button, get subscribed, and tap the bell. So you want to know why? Because we get awesome demonstrations.
The big thing too is, usually when you're actually looking at other punch and dies, you're buying a stainless set and you're buying a mild steel set. Right? This is a mild steel box. We decided, forget all that, let's make you buy one set. So we do hardened steel. And if you actually can bring your hand out and rub the top of that die,
okay,
you're gonna see that the crosshairs, which are actually giving you all the accuracy of the punch, are actually milled into the steel.
Sure.
So you're never gonna have an electrician with a squaring up on a die, trying to get the crosshairs again. So that's a big thing with the accuracy and productivity. So that's what we provide. And once again, now we have stripping, cutting, knocking out, and crimping on one battery platform.
That is
awesome.
awesome.
In the industry to say that.
So the strippers, they come in M18 and M12 flavors, though.
M18 and M12.
Yo, can we check them out?
Yeah, of course.
So we got 2 flavors. We got 18 and 12 volt for the strippers.
So the 2 big things about the stripper is going to be, this is the M18, right? Is you're going to have no exposure to that blade. Stripping cable is an industry-wide with something that people do with, flip knives, with any kind of open, exposed blade. And, once again, guys getting hurt, workman's claims, stuff like that. And then it's just a controlled, accurate strip, which means that once you remove that sheath, you're going to have a 90-degree on the sheath, so that when you bring that lug and that connector over to it, it's going to be flush. A lot of times guys don't have that flush, and you have exposed conductor, which can lead to overheating and stuff like that. And then it's designed for compact spaces, right? So our friends, someone else in this industry, we're not going to say any name or colors, but they made a pistol grip, right? How efficient is a pistol grip if I'm doing work in a box that's already there with wires already in there? It's hard, because at the end of the day, MCM, you look like a strong guy, right? Bend that in half for me. MCM is very, very, very rigid, right? And what ends up happening is, if this is already in a box and I have to reach a pistol grip into that box, it really doesn't work, right? So when I have the clearance of the clearance of just that small headspace, I can bend it out a little bit, and I can get in there and I can get out. So the 3 main components we wanted to do is we wanted to keep it dyed, right? Because if you give guys a dye, they already actually recognize the color. And the beauty of it is that if you already crimped it and punched it, we actually made everything correspond by color code to the dye that you're going to crimp with, to the dye that you're going to strip with. Phenomenal. Why? Because one color, industry-wide, you get used to it, and now it becomes second-hand application, right? So we ended up doing 600 MCM copper for this demonstration. And the number one thing you do not want to do when you're stripping wire is nick the conductor, right? Because if you nick the conductor, you get impurities, obviously, in the connection. And worst comes to worst, if you get a lug that's nicked, you got a big problem. So you're going to come over. You're going to initially just set your depth, right? We know a lot of lug manufacturers, Panduit, Thomas & Betts, Ilsco, they have different amount of crimps that have to be on that lug. So we're going to set this to 2 inches. It's very, very smooth, very simple. Try to set that at 2 inches, right? So you'll put it up to 2 inches, and then you'll take that quarter turn and push it up. Nope, the other way.
Of course.
You had it, right?
Perfect.
And you lock it in, right? So once you lock it in, you're going to be working with that grade of conductor and that grade of depth. You're going to come over to your sheath, right? You're going to line it up, and you're going to see that blade is never exposed, right? Which is huge. This is the most scariest part of this tool. You're going to go around, and once it hits that depth, you're going to actually see that it spits it out, right?
Wow, look how fast.
So now you're looking at an application where someone was standing here with a knife, cutting away from them, fatigue, and all that kind of stuff contributes to those injuries. But you can see that if you look up at that, how flush that is. If I get a connector, that connector is going to sit close, and I'm not even going to have to heat shrink it. So it definitely provides you that capability, and it's really phenomenal too. I mean, we got it on the M18 platform, M12.
That's unbelievably fast and like accurate. Look
So
at that.
clean, yeah.
That
Very,
is
very
perfect. Like you say, you never have to worry about nicking any of the conductors. It's pretty awesome.
And I mean, MCM is expensive. So.
You know why I picked this up though? I wanted to see if I could bend it actually.
Yeah.
No.
No, thank you guys for coming by, man.
We appreciate
there's a bunch of other stuff we got. Just keep on rolling around, man.
Thank you so much.
So you can extend from 48 to
I
78.
gotcha. You know what? I think we did a video on this. I don't have these though, but I think we did a video on it. No, we definitely didn't see it in person.
Yeah, it's magnetic and all that. The big thing about this is guys think that it's not going to be accurate when you extend it. We actually got 2 interlocking I-beams in there.
That's the most bizarre thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, so they think that
You're not putting it on top. You're not putting a 4-foot level on top of an 8-foot wooden 2x4.
they think that you're gonna, get here.
Yo, let me ask you a question. This is the real thing, though.
Come here and come
How
here.
accurate do you need to be over this length that it won't be accurate
You
enough?
want to be accurate if you're running a counter or something.
I understand you
the
do.
guys are worried about the bowing in the middle. There's absolutely no bowing.
But you can see there's no bowing. That's what I mean. Like guys, I think it's how much the cost on this?
It's I want to say it's as half as your next top performing level that can do this.
But what I'm saying is, I feel like it's just an excuse. I feel like it's an excuse. Oh, it's not going to be accurate. I just is disguised language for I don't feel like spending the money.
Well, I mean, you're investing in your performance of your tools and the performance of your company.
I agree.
You're as good as the work you do, and if you're accurate with your work, then
I agree.
definitely, man. Huh?
How do I end that, Nick?
Different sizes. We got a 24 to 36.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Where's that at? Not here?
48. No, what we actually do, have you seen the new digital ones, the new Milwaukee digital ones?
Not. Why? I want to say not in person. I don't know how I. Oh, is this is an expandable?
No, but that's a digital. That's a fully digital. So it'll open up, it'll start to initialize,
Oh.
it'll tell you when the level is ready.
We did a video on this, but we didn't do it in person. This is fully digital.
And the beauty of it is even when it's trying to catch a level, it'll always recalibrate itself, right? Because it has a gyroscope in there.
You know what's great about this? You do have what people would look traditionally at their bubble, right? But you also have a readout here on the top. Big, legible. I gotta tell you, what's great about this level is we're getting older, I'm getting older, you're getting older. We're always getting older. And
Massive,
the readout is big and it's bright. So if your eyes are getting tired as time goes on, it doesn't mean that your career is going to get cut short, or you're going to, you're going to be able to see your level.
And then
Pretty
cool thing
awesome.
about it, everyone says, what's the power supply? Well, same exact thing you're using for your phone.
USB.
USB. Red lithium, actually, the same thing we have in our personal lighting and stuff like that. Phenomenal. You can remove the caps if you're going flush into a corner.
That's a big thing for me.
When you're going flush into a corner.
Without the removable caps, I bum out without the removable caps. Is that
And it's good. Actually, you know what? If you got some guys that are not as responsible as you're going to be with your tools, that you're allowing to use your tools,
Yes.
we sell the caps as a service part.
That's good.
Yeah. So that's one of the big things. Funny, we actually had it here, and you can see if there's a breach in the actual both ceilings, and it got wet all last night, man. I mean, you can see the brown patch there. We had them there. And I just opened it up, and I was like, and this is kind of funny. We don't test for water, but
Yes.
nothing in there.
Is it not? So you're saying it was underwater all night?
Yeah, I think here in New York it was raining
Yeah.
since last night, and yeah.
But
you
it's.
can see
Let me ask you. It's not. Wow! Look at that.
but it's not inside.
So my question is, are the levels? Do they have an IP rating?
Yes, our levels are IP54.
Oh, so they are
that's
54.
intravenous penetration, 4 directions, 5 jets.
Wow.
So
I gotta tell you, it reads quick.
So you can actually switch display modes as you're in there to lock in. So if you're trying to look within the 16th, within the 8th, you can actually lock in to say, hey, I'm trying to look within 16th and 8th.
Really?
If it's not within that, it won't even read it.
Gotcha.
So if you're really trying to do something, you need to, running long lanes and stuff like that. Pretty cool tool, man.
Awesome. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Definitely, brother.
Ah, here he is.
Here I am. What's up?
What do you have for us, cuz? What are you demonstrating today?
What do I got for you?
What else? We did it before. What else you want?
I know there's a camera out.
Of course there's a camera on you. They said, I said, find us the most handsome DeWALT rep you have. They brought you out.
Without a doubt.
Frank, what is the newest tool demonstration that you have you want to show off? Yo, this is going worldwide too, bro. So you're gonna, make it good.
Tool demonstration, I would say, is like the flexible rotary hammer. Yeah, I mean, we can show you with dust extraction how it looks if we want to be over here.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that. 773, so it's 2 inch. 2 inch.
Only
2 inch on the market.
Right.
Full beast mode.
Yeah.
We
Beast mode is right.
When we come to the DeWALT booth, they do it big.
We do it big. As big as 2 inches. Am I hooked up?
So what we're demoing is we're for you, the viewer.
Hold this up.
We have the DeWALT. Is Frank going to tell us what this thing is?
You can tell it. You know what it is?
So we have the Flex Volt. We have the 2 inch SDS. This is a Max, correct?
SDS Max. 2 inch
Max
SDS
rotary
Max.
hammer. He's using it in conjunction with
our hollow bit that connects to our quick lock system.
So this eliminates the need.
Sorry, I can't see. I'm blind at the back.
We blocking your light.
Yeah, now we're good.
Nick Fakisi coming in clutch. Good?
Yeah, we're good.
So this is a hollow bit. It's going to extract the particulate right through the bit into the vacuum. Boom. Never airborne.
Right, so this hollow bit is essentially going to eliminate blowing and brushing out, thank you, blowing and brushing out the hole. It's going to remove all the dust up to 99.8%.
With our epoxy systems, AC 100, AC 200, it's approved. So you don't need to blow. Now you just use a hollow drill bit. It drills faster because there's less heat buildup as it's extracting the dust as you go.
Right.
Performin Protect on the hammer, so that includes anti-vibration system, E-clutch system in a bind up. It's going to shut the tool down, and also you have different speed settings on it to match it to the application you need.
Awesome.
You want to put the box on the side or no?
So you're safer, you're going to be safer, you're going to be faster. You're going to be more productive. Pretty awesome.
We broke some block. We broke some block here, but this is all the aggregate that fell off, but you don't see any actual fine silica dust pile up in the bottom. Better example, yeah. Cracking block. Too much power, I guess. But hey, the idea behind this tool is this hollow bit will give you 99.8% reduction of silica in there. You won't have to worry about blow, brush, blow. A lot faster of a process, less to worry about, less silica to inhale. So, awesome tool all around.
World's first 2-inch hammer, only one out there.
World's first 2-inch.
That's awesome.
Yo, how much does the world's first cost?
With a full kit with 2 batteries,
You're looking around $1,000.
about $1,000. Full kit with the fast charger and 2 flexible batteries.
These are 9 amp hour flex volts?
Yep.
These are
Kitted
9s.
9 amp
Yeah,
hours.
Awesome.
2 9s.
Hey, and if you
We
like,
carry a 12 as well. It'll give you some more runtime, but we have this kitted with 2 of the 9s. Correct.
if you like being faster and safer, then smash the like button. Also, if you're not already, get subscribed and tap the bell, because you never know when we're going to have handsome devils like Frank here do demonstrations. You're not going to want to miss it.
You're not.
With that, I want to say I appreciate each and every one of you being here. Thanks a lot, everybody. Thank you, Frank. I appreciate it.
Thank you,
Yo, he hit me with the piece, but he didn't hit me with the handshake.
I'm sorry, brother.
See you on the next one.
Love the wall.
Oh, yeah, you're real. We should have. Yeah, this thing's awesome.
We're working on the ladder.
You see that?
Yeah, so if you're far away, it's great. You don't have to worry about
capability.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, walk away. Walk away. How far away? Walk all the way down the hall.
You're going to have to stay over there. Behind. You're going to. Look at me. Go around there, right? I mean, how far? I mean, you still have to have a hose connected. But it's,
I was gonna say medium to make it feel better, but
bro, my hose ain't that long.
probably interconnect.
Yeah. Beautiful. It's plenty of distance. Oh, yeah. What else?
You guys seen the dude?
You know, I don't. I want to say the new 1 1/8 we have. I don't think it's the same one.
You're talking about this.
Yeah, but that's not the same vac.
That's universal.
Different system.
Yeah, different.
So we have not seen the dude.
Dude stands for DeWALT Universal Dust Extractor. Get this into our quick lock system with an adapter. So essentially, you know, guys who don't want to lug around a big 12-volt or 12-gallon vacuum, etc.
Sure.
They have it on them, or they can hook it up even onto scaffold themselves.
You would use this in conjunction with your drill bits, the hollow drill bits.
Yes.
And then you could. It's just universal. You could use them with any SDS Max.
This is true, but it actually wouldn't have the approvals for the AC100, the adhesive.
Sure.
Because the suction on this isn't quite what it needs to be for that. But yeah, I mean, you can put it on everything. It's just not going to be able to be within that system.
So you would be more likely. You would probably. So what you're saying is, you would use this more with the brushed dust solution. Is that correct?
Yes. Yep. Something like that, or even we have something kind of like a slinky style extractor for a smaller DCD 996, just a half-inch drill. If you're extracting with that, this would be something that you would use.
Gotcha.
As opposed to anything else.
What's something like this run? Do you mind me asking?
Off the top of my head, 199, something around there.
Did you say 199? Yeah. It comes with the 6 amp?
No.
I was going to say there's 6 amps.
That battery on.
This is a great battery for 199. I'm gonna take this home. The dude.
Universal dust extractor.
Thank you, brother.
All here first.
Appreciate it.
Let us know.
This is
Black & Decker.
Oh yeah.
Onyx's party. Have you seen the trimmable flap discs?
No.
So the idea behind a trimmable flap disc, when you're using a flap disc, you're really only using, to the max 50% of the wheel.
Yes.
So a guy throws it away. So with the trimmable flap disc, once you use the outer edges of it,
Okay.
you're gaining pretty much 25% more capacity by having that trimmable piece, so you can continue to.
Okay. That's nuts. Let me ask you this question.
Yep.
So what are you using to cut that off?
Whatever piece of metal you're grinding at that time, find a sharp edge on it, throw it around, and it flaps off. It'll come off.
It just comes off. It's made to come off.
Correct. Yep.
That's pretty cool. That's innovative. So you're saying it should double the life of your flap disc? Roughly. Don't hold me to that though. Roughly. Cool. That's awesome. Let me ask you this: is there additional? I don't know. Maybe you already said it. Is there additional cost to this?
Yes.
So how much more would this run? Percentage-wise.
30%.
Towards.
Yeah.
So you're talking about 30% more. Okay. Cost-wise, but you're getting roughly 50% more life out of this. Makes sense to me.
20% margin right there.
Yeah. And if you like making 20% more, then smash the like button, get subscribed, and tap the bell, because you find out about this stuff here first. We're with Tom. We're in the Makita booth, and we have some new offerings from Makita. We have a 6-inch random orbital sander. What makes this so special, Tom?
Well, here's what makes it unique: is it's a 6-inch.
Yes.
Great dust collection. It's a random orbit, and our orbit size is a little bigger than everybody else's. We have a 7/32 orbit, so most random orbits have a 1/8 inch orbit. So ours is a little bigger, more aggressive. Of course, it's a dual mode sander, so it's got what we call forced rotation. So that's for your really aggressive sanding. You can really hog off a lot of wood with that.
So that forced rotation, it eliminates some of the orbit and just turns it into a rotational sander?
What it does, see,
Wow, look at that.
that's in forced rotation.
Okay.
And it's variable speed. You get up the speed. And the other mode is just like your typical random orbit sander.
Yes.
Okay, so it's just going around that 7/32 orbit. That's what you would use for finish sanding.
Gotcha.
So, if you really needed to knock down some rough wood, you would put it in this mode, forced rotation. And this is 240, but you would put 60 grit, 80 grit. For your speed, right?
So we're in forced rotation right now? I mean, this is just what, Doug fir?
Yep.
Sure looks like it.
So it's got excellent dust control.
Wow.
This dust shield. I'm hooked up to a vacuum here.
So we were just sanding. Look, talk about good dust extraction.
Great dust extraction. And then for finish sanding, you would put it in random orbit mode, and you get 6 inch. Turn your speed up. And again, no dust, or very little dust coming out of that
machine. So this is
random orbit.
This is forced.
Okay, so it's much more aggressive.
I'm going to try aggressive.
Again, you got to find it's a fine paper on there, so
It's not going to remove much, but we will be able to use that forced orbit. I want to just take a look here where we have some dark, deep scarring. We'll tell you, feel it. You do. And what's very impressive is, even with this fine grit sandpaper, you can see the amount of material that we took off. Pretty awesome. I gotta tell you, I appreciate that, Tom. Thank you so much.
it's a drywall cutout saw. It's built for drywall. We do make blades for it to cut wood also.
Really?
But its primary reason for living is to cut drywall. One of the best features about it, a few, is that it's virtually dust-free when you cut this because it's all self-contained here when you got to hook up to a vacuum. Also, you can adjust the depth of cut. So if you're doing a renovation job where you have to cut 1/2 inch drywall or 5/8 drywall, you can dial that in on the depth, and you can be assured that if there's water or electric in the back of that wall, you're not going to be
over penetrating. Yep.
So
I know what else I like about this. That if you were needing to cut something out on the ceiling, the dust, you have to worry about that drywall dust falling in onto you or onto your eyes or on your glasses, getting in the way of your cut. Yeah. I love to see this in action, Tom.
And you can see there's a cutout, so you give up some vision with this tool. So you have to have a nice straight line.
Sure.
Some guys will use a laser level to put a laser bead on there, and then they can just follow that with that notch.
So you're able to plunge cut.
Yeah, works great for if you had to do a lot of access doors in a finished space. So you saw how much dust came off of that.
None.
So a good application for that cutout. I mean, you can make Brady's cuts with it as well.
Can I give it a try?
Yeah.
Do you mind?
There might be a stud back here.
on target though. You see that? If you're running along a whole bunch of continuous line, okay, once you strike your line, I mean, look at it. Nice clean cut. Nice clean. Man, very, very accurate. Pretty impressive. Well, that was awesome, Tom. Thank you so much.
Yep.
We appreciate the demonstration.
Yep.
We're with Pat. He's going to show off some of the latest and greatest technology from SawStop. I got to tell you, I've already found multiple things out about SawStop I did not know before, and you're probably going to find out a whole bunch of stuff as well from Pat.
What do we need to know? It's the safest saw in the world. We can detect flesh contact with the blade. Once we do that, we stop the blade and drop it below the table in 5 milliseconds or less. 5 milliseconds is faster than your eyes can process light. You can't see the blade stop and drop. It's that quick.
Stop and drop. Sounds like a dance move or something.
Well,
we're gonna pop and lock.
We're gonna show you what it looks like here in a second.
Beautiful. So let me ask you a question. SawStop. They're a. I mean, is there an independent saw company?
We're a table saw company.
Yes.
We make table saws. We make table saws for everybody. We've got a job site. We've got a contractor saw, professional series, and an industrial series. Just about anybody that needs a table saw, we've got a saw for.
So that's all they do. So they know saws.
Yes, we know saws better than anybody in the world.
Gotcha.
SawStop technology is really, really simple. It works just like touch lamps. Some of you may be familiar with the lamps where you touch the base of the lamp and the light comes on. It's similar to touchscreen technology on your phone. Not exactly like that, but very similar. Our bodies absorb absorb electricity, and wood doesn't. So that's how we can distinguish one from the other. We're monitoring an electrical charge on the blade. When our finger touches the blade, we change that electrical charge and we activate the saw. When that happens, we stop the blade, as I mentioned, and we drop it below the table. Again, faster than your eyes process light. The saw has a redundant safety system. I'm going to flip a switch right here. That turns the computer on. Right now you see a green light with a flashing red light. We need to wait till we get a solid green light. That solid green light tells me that the saw is in perfect operating condition. There we go, there's the green light. If there's anything wrong with the saw, I'll get an error code, and if you look down here now, that green light with a rapidly flashing red light, that's an error code. And with that type of an error code, the saw will not turn on. So you can always be confident if the saw is running, the safety system is operational.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So is the technology similar to like a GFCI?
No, not at all.
Okay.
We all have rubber sole shoes on. We don't create a ground.
Okay.
So, it's not GFI at all. It's a completely different technology.
Okay.
So we've got a green light at this point. I pull the red paddle out that turns the saw on, push it in, turn it off, just like any other saw that you might be familiar with. Now, when we do the demo, we do a couple things wrong. One thing is I'll take the blade guard off just so you have better visibility. The blade guard often does more damage to the hot dog than the blade. We raise the blade all the way up again, and that's just so that you can see it. And since we don't have any wood here today, I'm just going to bring the hot dog down on the blade, and you'll see what happens.
Jesus.
And that's all we did. That little scratch on the hot dog, barely worth a Band-Aid.
Did you catch that? That was fast. I hope you were zoomed in and you were focused correctly for that, Pat. That was amazing.
That was amazing.
I describe it as defying conventional wisdom. It just doesn't seem possible. But we do this every day.
If you blink, you miss that.
If you do this, what we just did with your finger, we'll send you a free cartridge if you send us the cartridge back. We average over 3 a day. We save
3 digits saved a day.
On average. We've been on the market for about 15 years now. Over 130 saws, 30,000 saws in the market, operating daily, and our system has never failed to operate correctly.
That's amazing. And if you like the idea of saving 3 digits a day, then smash the like button. Also, get subscribed and tap the bell, because you'll never know. This is the deal. If you haven't tapped the bell, then you missed Pat and this demonstration, because that was unbelievable and fast, Pat. We appreciate it. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll see you on the next one. What'd you think of that?
That was awesome. Great time.
Crazy
deals.
Would you hit the? Would you hit?
tools I've ever seen.
You think you guys would hit the like button?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Hit it 3 times.
Should they tap the bell and get subscribed?
Absolutely.
I guess we'll all see you on the next one.
There's everybody. There you go.